Copyright disclaimer. Shalom, beloved. This was the dream I had on around the dawn of the Shabbat day. Another disclaimer, I don't take sides in the left and right paradigm or illusion. I saw Donald Trump in a white palace or mansion, and he was being his usual character, proud, highly and conceited, and he was bragging. And there was even a big circular thing on the floor with his face on it. Just like a pentagram Satanist circle, but his face. The next scene was, there was some roll call or something that we were being herded out of our houses and then herded into a certain place, into one area, and there was a big Olympic-sized pool at the center. All of a sudden, Trump started drowning a woman and a child. It seemed like he was going to do it to everybody. I saw a woman, or the woman had swum away and she was able to get away from him. And my immediate thought was, I cannot swim, so I was frightened. My next thought was that people should start running away from him as far as they can. And I was worried about my parents, my twin sister and her family, as we are separated because of the crowd. I was hoping that if ever they're already in a car, we don't have a car in the natural realm, that they will leave even without me just to get away from the city. As I got out into the street, I didn't saw them, so I just ran and ran. And then I saw a jeepney with the driver, a man on the driver's seat, and two elderly men on the passenger seat. I even thought it would be safer to sit down next to them. Then it started to get crowded as well. The next scene was, I was back in our street, but in between this, it was uploaded into my RUWAC that the people who were captured were taken into concentration camps and that the children were already gone. It sounds sinister, but that the children who were captured were murdered. I was surprised to see the people who opted to stay in our place or area. What they do is just they hide whenever quote-unquote authorities scour the area. And then came a helicopter searching for people, and so the residents started hiding themselves. I was unable to jump into the neighbor's gate, and so I tried sticking into the gate, camouflaging myself. Some guys just hid at the back of the fence, and then someone started walking, so we tried not to make too much noise and not move. It was a hopeful thinking that he wouldn't notice me as I was there beside the tree and was on the street. And all of a sudden I saw that it was an old classmate in high school who is now a military man. I was sitting on the ground, frightened, and he started asking me about a classmates project. What's interesting is that we were not classmates in college, as he took education and me engineering. He furiously wanted the antenna project, as he wanted to present it as his own. I was frightened as I couldn't answer because I don't know where this guy is. In the dream, I knew who it was, but when I woke up, I can't remember who it was. Then a man who was also hiding started explaining to him about the project or something, just to distract him and divert his attention away from me. Hallelujah! And then I woke up. I believe the driver and the two elderly passengers symbolizes Abba Yahuwah, Messiah Yahushua, and the Ruach HaKodesh. My classmate, who is now a military man, I believe it symbolizes having a martial law in our country. As in the dream, the city was already under the supervision of the military. As for the project that he wanted, I believe it's about the microwave antenna, as during college, microwave antenna design was the last one, biggest one, aside from robotics that we had. Perhaps regarding the 6G Wi-Fi, in order to control, track, and do sinister things, especially to those who got the mark. And as for him, it's highly likely that when he gets selected, that it will be the time wherein this martial law will happen. It is no coincidence that the president now is the son of the president who declared martial law in our country during late 60s or early 70s.
The proclamation of martial law is not a military takeover. I, as your duly elected President of the Republic, use this power, which may be implemented by the military authorities, but still is a power embodied in the Constitution, to protect the Republic of the Philippines and our democracy.
Do you ever think martial law will happen again?
I hope not, because martial law implies that we are at war. So, wag na sana hindi na tayo papasok sa gera.
The Philippines grants the U.S. greater access to military bases. Washington will be given access to 4 more locations under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA. This would allow the U.S. to position military equipment and rotate its troops in a total of 9 military bases controlled by the Philippines.
The bilateral meeting we held today will further strengthen our nation's collaborative efforts in addressing pressing security threats. We shall continue to work towards maintaining a stable, rule-based, open, and inclusive Indo-Pacific region. Along with partner countries, we strongly oppose any unilateral action or attempt to disrupt current world order.
The Trilateral Commission had just announced that 2023 is the year 1 of the new world order. So the current world order is NWO.
And share the same views that all countries should resolve any issue peacefully and adhere to the international law, particularly the United Nations Conventions of the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS.
Our alliance makes both of our democracies more secure and helps uphold a free and open Indo-Pacific. And today we discussed ways to make this vital alliance even stronger. Important as the People's Republic of China continues to advance its illegitimate claims in the West Philippine Sea.
The future of the Philippines, and for that matter the Asia Pacific, will always have to involve the United States, simply because those partnerships are so strong and so historically embedded in our common psyches that it can only be an advantage to both our countries.
We do have a strong relationship, and my goal, and certainly President Biden's goal, is to strengthen that relationship in every way possible. You are a key ally and an important ally from the defense perspective. We will continue to work together with our great partners to build and modernize your capability as well as increase our interoperability.
But I just want to say, in addition to the two governors and the mayor, the chairman, most of all, I just want to say thanks to the Iron Workers, all the people who were involved in this. Unbelievable. But we couldn't be prouder of you. That is what the American Spirit's all about. Congratulations.
Two states living side by side in peace and security. True security for all Israelis. We will also pursue peace between Israel and Lebanon, Israel and Syria, and a broader peace between Israel and its many neighbors. Must decide whether we are serious about peace and security. To recognize Israel's legitimacy and its right to exist in peace and security. That's how we will find new pathways to peace and security. That is the work that we must do.
Do you not think an angel rides in the whirlwind and directs this storm? This work continues. The story goes on. And an angel still rides in the whirlwind and directs this storm.
While people are saying peace and safety, destruction will come on them suddenly, as labor pains on a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. But you, brothers and sisters, are not in darkness, so that this day should surprise you like a thief. You are all children of the light and children of the day. We do not belong to the night or to the darkness. So then let us not be like others who are asleep, but let us be awake and sober.